Yankee fans have had enough as following a Game 4 defeat in the American League Division Series and many roster moves ahead in the offseason, one infielder's lack of effort offensively has had Yankee fans ready to cut their losses and move in a different direction in 2026. We'll break all of this down and who this player is coming up here on another edition of Yankees Digest. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here with another episode of Yankees Digest. Yankees lost Game 4 in the American League Division Series. I was down there and I unfortunately saw the Blue Jays celebrate in Yankee Stadium, but we'll get right into this video. If you guys are not subscribed to this channel, if you are not a part of the 26.7% who are subscribed to this channel, you guys better hit that subscribe button, comment down below. We are close to 9,000 subscribers. We appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. So if you want to stay updated, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button to get notified on all of our videos. But getting right into this video, as we're talking about Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop for the New York Yankees, and there is not a lot of great things to say about number 11. Wasted potential, and fans are tired of seeing him in this lineup, especially in the postseason. When we're looking back at his wild card performance, he had a home run in the first game against Gerrit Cole. You're thinking, all right, Anthony Volpe is going to turn the page in the postseason. Well, that was his only highlight of the postseason, because after that, he was pretty much just an automatic out and really nothing afterwards when you're looking at Anthony Volpe. And diving deep into his statistical performance, or lack thereof performance, with Anthony Volpe. This was from Matt E. Holt at New York Post, saying this dreadful postseason came on the heels of Volpe's tumultuous regular season, in which he slashed a .212 batting average with a .663 OPS, failing to show the growth some hoped. While Volpe batted a shoulder injury, he posted the worst on-base percentage of his career, and his batting average dropped 31 points from last year. Yeah, just really unacceptable from a guy like Anthony Volpe, who he was coming up in this Yankee system. People were excited to see him. He had a lot of big expectations on him playing that prominent position, the shortstop for the New York Yankees, being someone that people were comparing to Derek Jeter to be a guy in this generation that can help Yankees fans and help the Yankees team to achieve what Derek Jeter did with his championships. But when we're looking at the division series, this is not the answer at shortstop. Looking at it, 1 for 15, no home runs, 11 strikeouts. Yes, 11 strikeouts for Anthony Volpe on the American League Division Series. It's just one of the worst performances in playoff history. He was downright uncompetitive with his approach at the plate. He just didn't seem like he was in rhythm. And with Aaron Boone giving him the chance to, help out and just be in this lineup, and he just didn't take advantage of it. And it's really showing a bad look on Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman and Anthony Volpe all together, just seeing that he is just not the answer at the shortstop position. It's a great shame on a guy who's, a really good person, but he's just not fitting in the Bronx. And just looking at a little bit more on his games 1 through 4 in the American League Division Series. Yikes. This is disgusting. When you're looking at F8, a double, a strikeout looking, and then another strikeout, went 1 for 4 in game 1. That was his best performance in the onslaught from the Blue Jays in game 1. And then game 2, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Game 3, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. And then game 4, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So couldn't make contact at all after game 1. Just looked out of sorts, just didn't look motivated to be out there. Made some good defensive plays, but at the end of the day, the Yankees are looking for that offensive production. When you have the shortstop like Anthony Volpe batting in the 8th hole, the 7th hole, you're not expecting Anthony Volpe to be in that position. You want Anthony Volpe to be at the top of your lineup, like he did back in early 2024 when he was doing so well at the leadoff spot, but he just lost it. He lost it. He's battling a shoulder injury. Understand that. But when the going gets tough and the playoffs are here, you have to produce. And that was something that was just immediately out of the window going into this series. And just looking at this, just uncompetitive, nothing you want to see from your shortstop, and it's really a sign for bad things to come for the Yankees, because they're going to have to look in a different direction when looking at this shortstop. I mean, when you're putting out a guy like Volpe who has just been struggling, not giving him an opportunity to rest and just reset, I think there was only a couple times this year where they did that. They kept throwing him out there. They said he's going to figure it out. You know, he went on an injury for a little bit, had Jose Caballero come in, and he was doing pretty well. But once Volpe came back in, hey, you know, Volpe's got the spot. He even though he is batting 212, he still has the shortstop spot. So, you know, there was no I'm trying to think of the word here. There was no punishment for his performance. You know, there was no consequences for what he was doing at the plate, which was abysmal. And he said after the Game 4 performance and the American League Division Series performance, he said, "It's brutal," Volpe said of the postseason exit, "kind of in shock. That's all I got." And I mean, if that's all you got, Anthony Volpe, a 73.3 K percentage, the worst mark ever in a divisional series. If that's all you got, that's all you got. You're in shock that the Yankees didn't do well. I mean, just get off my team at this point. Get off my team. Do not be a shortstop for the New York Yankees, because we saw guys who were statistically didn't have the hype, like a Didi Gregorius coming in here. We've seen a lot of people fill in those shoes as the shortstop of the New York Yankees, and they have done much better. With Didi Gregorius and other guys, they have performed way better, and they didn't have the expectation that you did coming up in this Yankees team. So having that, there should be no chance that Volpe is going to be the shortstop in 2026. And, you know, this is just something with, you know, his stats so far, or stats this season: 212, 19 home runs, 72 RBIs, 18 stolen bases. I mean, when you look at the home runs, yeah, that's looking good. But I mean, the batting average, I mean, just 212 from a shortstop who's supposed to be a slap hitter and getting on base and has speed. That's the thing. He has a lot of speed, getting 18 stolen bases on the season. If he was able to hit, he would have much more stolen bases, and the Yankees would probably not be in that position to play in the wild card series and then play the Blue Jays, where they have home field advantage. Just having a little bit of a better season could have swayed each game. And I know that's what if scenarios, but just him having a better regular season with his batting average could have changed everything for the Yankees. And honestly, blaming Aaron Boone is at the forefront right now. We want to, you know, I'll definitely put a lot of flack on Anthony Volpe, but this should not go away from the blame on Aaron Boone. Keeping him out there through Game 1 through Game 4, not putting Caballero in as the shortstop, or Ahmed Rosario, or one of those guys as the shortstop, because Volpe is struggling. You got to switch it up, especially in a do-or-die game in Game 3 and in Game 4. You know, everything is out the window. You got to put in the guy like Jose Caballero, who you know can hit for average, and he can get on base, and he can steal bases. He's doing the same thing as Volpe, and he's having a better batting average and better success. So just unacceptable at this point. And moving forward, definitely think that they should ride with Jose Caballero. And then when you're looking at Brian Cashman there, you definitely want to kind of see what assets you have in. Jose Caballero could definitely fill in those shortstop shoes. You know, you're obviously looking for different things at third base. Maybe Jose Caballero is a better third baseman, but definitely Brian Cashman is going to have to go into this offseason and try to improve the position at shortstop. You got a lot of free agents moving, but you got to make a statement knowing that fans are just tired of Anthony Volpe being in this lineup, and it doesn't seem like anything really is going to change regarding Anthony Volpe and how he is going to ascend and be that player. It's just very frustrating, very disappointing from a guy who had so much hype going into the league. But that's going to do it for another edition of Yankees Digest. Appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. Let me know your thoughts on Anthony Volpe and what you guys want from this Yankees team, who you want to step in those shoes as the shortstop of the New York Yankees. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's go Yankees, and let's have a great offseason, guys.